live. I waited a little bit this time because I know some of them, it's saying that says you're live. I start talking, and when I listen to it, I kind of cut off. But yeah, I got another great show ready for you. I got some good tapes, and I got a bit of an update. As I said, I started doing this because I had all these tapes, cases that I found in my storage. And well, this is like the 22nd one I've done or something, but I have an update over here. Those are the 3 cases. Not the bottom 2 cases aren't all the way full, but look, this case, which is full of 30 tape. We've gone through all those tapes already. Well, not. I'm lying a little because remember, I think 3 of them broke and I haven't fixed them yet, but that's progress right there, baby. All these tapes, except for 3 we played, and these 2 down here, they have like another 20 tapes in them, but progress. I lived long enough to do that. Well, I can't turn around well. I get vertigo. But anyway, let me work my way back in here. Oh, hey. Ow, 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 ow. Don't you hate it when you kick things with your toe? Man. Acorn. Ow. Oh, sorry. Do toes always hurt that much, or do they hurt more when you get older? Because I barely touch my toes now, and it hurts like hell. Anyway, okay, so that was the update. We've gone through 1 case of tapes, and now that that's done, let me get here to the next segment. And this segment is...
Hey, I didn't know.
And there were a few I didn't know, or I guessed, but I wasn't sure. But YouTube came through and corrected me. And one was by a cornfield that said on one, the Oshila, Ready for the World. I said I always thought it was Prince, because his voice kind of sounds like Prince. And then remember we had that tape that ended up being an answering machine tape? Well, it picked up that song, and it picked up, well, Pizzicato 5. But the name of the song was written in Japanese. So that tape that wasn't mine, it was an answering machine tape, had a song on it that wasn't even all the song, but YouTube found it and said it was Pizzicato 5. And question on the name of the song. And that other one, I Give You Fish, I Give You the one I thought was B-52s. That was B-52s. And the name of the song was Give Me Back My Man. And then the other one I thought, Change song, I thought it was Tears for Fears. YouTube caught it, it was Tears for Fears. And that one, that Hypnotized one, I kept like kind of pronouncing something political, some. I was getting so close. YouTube found it. It's Gritty Politi. And that was like their only hit. It was a club hit. But I remember my friend had the 12-inch, and he's like, oh, you know that new Hypnotized song? I got the 12-inch, you want to borrow it? I was so happy. But yeah, I was close. If you go back and listen to it, I was into the city. I said Hoodoo Gurus, and I went, no, that one, it's something. But yes, Gritty Politi. Once I saw it, I went, damn it, that was it. So, okay, that was, yeah, the bands I didn't know. So now let me get to the background slides. Where is it? Where is it? Why can't I find it? It's right. Oh, here we go. I'm always a little lost trying to find things on here. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah. Move that out of the way. Bring the cassette player in a little closer, so we get the little, speaker in here, so I'd let you know that yes, I am playing tapes, guys. This isn't actually old school tape player. All right, now, all right, I'm getting there right now. We're gonna do the flip side of the tape last week. That tape before the actually it was after the tape that ended up having answering machine messages on it for some weird reason. Security please. You might have the flip side of that one that ended up being a really good club mix. Yeah, sorry, like I said, when I have to use this thing because my eyes are screwed up. Yeah, the outdoorsy gals, yeah, she can't stay. I remember she does like some trivia thing or something tonight. I remember her telling me. So now we're playing the flip side of that tape. So this should actually be hopefully another good club tape. And then I also found another really early 80 81 tape that I'll play after this one. As I said, like I try to keep these things down to about hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes, somewhere in that range. Because this is basically a podcast. I'm just taping it as a live. And I always tell people, you listen to the podcast, you can come in on Tuesdays. Sorry, I try to keep up with my comments. That's all right. Yeah, but I said I taping this as live. When I do it as a live, it's cool because I have 247 photos and slides I found from the 80s that I play in the background in a really cool animated slideshow. So if you in the podcast, it's just audio with a still image over it. But when you come in here as live on Tuesdays when I'm taping it, you can see all the fun. And you can comment and you can talk to me while you're in here under live. So, all right, enough of the pleasantries done. Let me hit play and see if the other side of this tape is good club music, underground club music. Or if there's nothing on it. Oh, there we go. Oh. Another bizarre love triangle? No, wait. New Order. Not sure if this is bizarre love triangle or not. Definitely a 12-inch. Yay, more club music. This is a good dance band. Like I said, don't go see them live. Well, I don't even know if they're still around. They suck live. But their music's incredible. And you see this is... Like I said, this is prior to techno. So you can see the history of where techno came from. 80s electro bands. Oh, this is a good 12-inch club dance mix. I think this is the most well known. I remember that doing that when I was a kid dancing. Wow. Sorry. Sorry, Corey, I'm going to get your head bobbing again. That's a pretty... I don't know how rare this 12-inch is, but... Back in the time, if you get a hold of this 12-inch, you bragged to everybody about having this mix. Can't believe how much this takes me back to my club days. Every Monday, every Wednesday for a couple of years. This might be Jelly Bean. Ray Rodriguez. This might be one of his mixes. He was the sought after mixer in the 80s. So I'm trying to figure out where to keep it so the sound's the best over my phone. Oh yeah, this is when I was a DJ. Again, like I said before, I would turn down the lights and everything. And this part where the crickets come in. And the frogs. Actually, it's frogs, not crickets. But I would have just the strobes on. So it's all dark. And I'd bring up the lights when the music came back on. I think this is like a 6-minute song. As I learned being a DJ, it's about as far as you can go with a mix of a song. If you went a little longer than like 6 minutes on the same song, people would start leaving the floor. So I used to mix some of my own. I would take 3 different songs and mix them into one and try to keep them around 5 to 6, 7, somewhere in there. So I had a lot of fun. I was sorry. Thank you, the City of Mafia. So I have to get out my inspector glass. I kind of feel like that girl from what was it? It was a kids show where she had that round thing, and she looked into the camera and said, "I see Jimmy and Johnny." Yeah, my mic's basically. I said part of it's, up until the stroke, I could read little things. Yeah, I could read fine until I had the stroke, and then it kind of. Why do these things, the audio on these? Hey, it's 40-year-old tape. What is like? Keeps going up and then down and up and then down. Keep me diligent. Oh, corn farts. I didn't get an email, but I have a security thing on mine that blocks everything, and I don't. I just usually erase it, don't look at it. So I don't know. Oh, that's ABC. A little bit of ABC. So yeah, I check them now. I look through it. Wait, I got one. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm not fishing anymore. Thanks for old schoolers coming in. Unfortunately, the stroke killed my fishing career. And for 3 years, me even being able to do this, because I just didn't have the. I'm not smart anymore. Technical stuff gets confusing to me. No, it was the next album. I have a lot more ABC. I don't know how that. I taped these when I was in high school, so I didn't always have all the songs. And tapes aren't really good for accuracy when you're like, I don't know. You just taped and hoped you made a tape you could listen to. I always say that at the end, I always, you listen to a song and it doesn't end, it just cuts off. You were just praying for enough tape to finish the song, and because it didn't really, technology didn't really tell you how much time you had left and everything like nowadays. You just put in the software and you line it up so you have just enough, and you can edit it and hit record or what. It was a little not so accurate back then, unless you had professional stuff, and I used my dad's stereo. I snuck out there at night after they went to bed, and I recorded on the system. Because back in my day, dads didn't like you using their stuff. You would get the belt. Yeah, they spanked us with belts back then. You can't do it now, but you could do it back then. I'm trying to think. I haven't even said who this. We're sure this is in the order. I think. I don't know song. I said hopefully YouTube will do my homework. At least we got off versions of Bizarre Love Triangle. Yeah, this is in order. Some other ones I'll have quite a bit of on here when we get going is Pet Shop Boys. West End Girls was their big hit, but they had 3 or 4 good club dances. Pet Shop Boys sound a lot like and similar to New Order. And you know who sang backup for him? Pet Shop Boys' backup was, the girl was Liza Minnelli. She became friends with them and she sang backup for him. Right now, my favorite food is, I only eat like frozen dinners. I'm not a vegan or anything. I like pizza. I like, right now it's pasta. Different chicken noodle things and stuff. It's tough because the stroke affected my stomach. And from the stroke, I often feel like I have seasickness and my stomach gets all upset. So a lot of times it's,
watch out, here I come.
This is a really good dance song too.
Watch out, here.
Dead or alive, you spin me round. The 12-inch. Yeah, I have to watch. I can't eat a lot at once. And if I eat and cough, I get sick and I throw up. I'm getting better now after 4 years, but it's addictive. This is when I was a DJ, the number one song for the dark people. The goths love dancing this song. There'd be like no color on the dance floor. Everybody down there was dressed in black. It's a long lead in because there's not even any words yet. I got 3 likes, yay! First one from you, always, Corn. Yeah, I know, always. That's one thing I always did too when I was on live. I always forgot to leave likes. I'd be on someone's live for like an hour and be like, oh shit, I haven't left a like. See, now we get a lot of the words over and over. Yeah, this was...
I get to know your name.
Yeah, this was, yeah, like I said, now they call this, synth pop. But back in the 80s, we called it techno. I mean, electro music. Yeah, to us it was electro music. Because they were on synthesizers and they had a lot of them had electric drums and it was electro music. It wasn't real instruments they made the music on, so at the time, real rock and rollers didn't like these people. Those stupid electro bands. They don't even use real instruments. They're not a band. It was just like an argument. Yeah, now they came up with synth pop. I see a lot of 80s club nights in that. And on their list of music style is always synth pop. But I'm like, we didn't call it that. We had gothic, we had emo music, we had electro, we had new romantic music, we had ska, mod, punk. Disco was 70s. That was before 80s. I mean, some of it's kind of mixed in with this. It kind of has some of that disco sound. But then it went into the 90s with all the raves and all the hardcore techno, which is basically just electro music. It's all synthesized, basically. But no lyrics. This had lyrics. Electro music had lyrics. Yeah, and what they said, techno music had no emotion to it. It was like, it was dead. It was just cold music. It was fun. It was great to dance to, but this electro had the soul. It had the lyrics and the emotions behind it. It faded again. Well, what do you expect? I said, 44-year-old tapes. I'm just amazed they still work. And like my friend Corn Farts in here said, these are their last run. And it's probably true. After I play them for these podcasts and that, I don't think they'll ever play again. That's just, they've had stories for 20 years, so it's a new life for them. But I said 5 years ago, yeah, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, emergency brain surgery saved my life. I say it a lot, I'm sorry, but if I would have died, this probably would have went into the trash. They're disposable. They're being digitized. One last hurrah for life. Kind of like me. On borrowed time. Yeah, I'm so glad this is. I said a lot of those others. The 20 I have left, I'm pretty sure a lot of them are going to be underground club music on them. And yeah, you see, you could tell that was a record because it faded out. When they're off the radio, it just starts and stops. Because they didn't crossfade or anything back in the 80s. It was just, you just did a song and another song and no mixing or anything. It was just one fades out, the other one fades in. All that mixing it started kind of in the 90s and later. More New Order. I said, is this like what, the fourth version of this song? Like I said, I was borrowing these albums from somebody, so I wanted to make sure I recorded everything I could. It was like free money. I mean, it's like somebody giving you I've never been on Spotify. Can you download on Spotify or you only listen, right? I'm assuming. Yeah, they're all, yeah, see that? I came from the Napster time where if you saw it, you could download it. And then all the lawsuits and all that finagle in the early 2000s happened. And I tried more recently, I found a site that had a song that I could listen to. And I tried to right click and I tried to do what I could to download it. And yeah, it's the technology now. I'm like, huh, interesting. They fixed the problem they had. Because I did, the file sharing on Napster. And when I get to my 90s CDs, a lot of those songs on there, I downloaded off Napster and I got some off of the Pirate Bay. Yeah, I have. I didn't pay for any of it. I downloaded free file sharing. It just died again. Pirate Bay's still around. They sued the owners and all that, but it's still around. I got software off that too. I did record every version on the 12 inch. Now it's loud again. LimeWire. I haven't heard that in a long time. What's this? Yeah, LimeWire. Wow, I haven't. Yeah. Thanks for bringing that one up, Corn. That is old. That was stuff my girlfriend at the time. She was, because I had the DJ night, and I was a record guy and tapes, and she was into MP3s and the internet music stuff, and so she turned me on to looking at her LimeWire and all that, and I would go through and listen because I was doing an indie night, which was 80s music and indie music that sounded 80s. That was like an 80s revival. And I went over to her house, and she had a computer on the internet, and so I would sit there all night, and I would listen and see if it had an 80s sound, and I would download it, and then that's had like 15 or 20 downloading at once. And that's coming after the 80s tapes tonight. My next podcast will be the 90s music, the 90s CDs. And it's a lot of 80s music plus revival 80s music. Of course, now we're all getting really familiar with this frog interlude. When you were dancing, this is when the hookups happened. You were dancing with a chick to this song, and then this part came on with you kind of moved a little closer and kind of got the slow thing going. Yeah, it was a good hookup interlude in the middle of the song. And then you get back off and go back to dancing with her. Sly old man trick on the dance floor. somewhere on one of these tapes, I have Blue Monday, which was their other huge dance. Bigger than this one. So fun. Thank you, Corn, for bringing in all that. Brings me back over 20 years for sure. Late 90s, early aught stuff. Okay, just FYI, the next tape, yeah, it was a while ago. It happens quick. But what I was saying, the next tape has a lot of different songs. This one really seems to be sort of the New Order over and over same song remix tape. But '80s was all about the 12-inch. Batteries holding up good. I'm at 45%. Hey, MTV! Sorry, if you're in here for the live, the MTV logo just popped up in the background on my slideshow. This tape's getting a little wanky. I said, even if I tried to, one-time use, like Corey said, I'm not sure how many times they would play. I think every time you play them, it wears them down. So, I don't know if I tried to play them again. I don't know if they'd even play. But they exist on YouTube now. Are we almost at? This is a really rough version. We're trying to see how far along we are. It's 39 minutes now. I think this is... It's only an hour tape, so it's only going to have a half hour on each side. So this might be the last song. See, not all of them, when you got the 12-inch, see, not all of them are dance versions. Some are just like kickback versions, just background at a party music. Like this one. It's not very dancey. Yep, told you. And again, didn't even get the end of the song. It just cut off. That's... Oh, and then there's a little bit of Missing Persons. If I Were You. See, you can tell this was recorded off the radio first, and then I recorded over it. And then that one just ended. But there was a little bit of If I Was You, I think that was by Missing Persons. I know for sure it was Missing Persons. Not 100% on If I Were You was the name of the song. But that's it. That's the one we just played. A TDK. I said we have a lot. There was Scott's, there was TDK, there's Memorex. And this one is actually another TDK. The TDK, ACAC. This is when I started to get into. This is when I started buying tapes that were made for music. At first, I just used all my dad's old ones. A lot of them were from his work, and they recorded voice and that on them. And I got more technical as I got more into the music, and I started playing or buying more expensive tapes that were made to record music. And the first song is Madness. Their biggest hit, Our House. It's playing a little slow, I think. Grace Jones. Sorry again. People that don't watch the live are like, why does he keep screaming out names? FYI, I have a slideshow playing when I record this. That's a live. So I see him in the background from me and I talk about him every once in a while. This one's recorded a lot louder than the others because I only have it on 8. The last one sometimes I had it up as high as 13. Yeah, this was their biggest hit. At the time, this was on everything. Yeah, this was on commercials. It was in TV shows. It was one of those songs. Just heard it everywhere. I think this was their 4th album, their 5th album. It's towards the end of their career. Great song. Again, this one you can skank to. We're talking dances. You skank to this. Yeah, Living Color, yeah. That's way back. Was that 92? 92, 93, wasn't that Living Color? It said in Living Color, right? Yeah, I loved it in Living Color. The Cure. Let's go to bed. I never had a scooter. All my friends had Vespas. I had one friend with a Lambretta. But I never had one. I never had a, my mom wouldn't let me have a scooter. I had my car. But I remember with the antenna and the rabbit, they had the rabbits, the raccoon tail hanging on it, and all the lights. They're all parked outside of the clubs when I go to see the ska bands and stuff. Yeah, Vespas were huge when I was early 80s. Now this is for the dark people. I said the goths really love The Cure, but Robert Smith, the lead singer, said The Cure wasn't really ever a goth band. They were more like goth pop, maybe. The true goth was a little slower and darker. They had some more fun ones like this that were just a little poppier. Still dark, but I said to me a lot of it's kind of like fun, kind of like dark circus music was the goth sound. Like you'd see clowns and stuff running around. Great sound though. And this song is actually 1979. Yeah, it came out, the album's from 79. But it made the charts in the 80s, so they called it an 80s band. Or an 80s song. Am I down to 34%? Like I said, I saw them. Kiss me tour. 1987? 77 or 78, but yeah. Oakland Coliseum, is that the... Yeah, Oakland, the big, in the Forum, Oakland Forum, I think. Wow. A remix. Remix to Madness, our house, huh? Yeah, as you can tell, you heard the original earlier. This might be Jelly Bean. A Jelly Bean remix. Yeah, told you at the time, it was, you heard it everywhere back then. I can't believe I have the 12-inch to it. I think this is taped off K-Rock. This tape's off the radio. See, this is, I haven't heard this in, well, obviously, 40 years. sure I was so proud when I got this on tape. I said I lived for 12 inches. A lot of guys talked about their 12-inch penis. I talked about my 12-inch albums.
In the middle of a street, our house. In the middle of our house. In the middle of our street,
That was me. I was that into music.
Mother has to Aisha, and she sends the kids to school. See them up with the smokies. She's the one they're going to kiss it away.
Wow, I still remember it. I can still sing along to it. Yeah, this was one of my first. I was gonna say, well, I'll say it. It sounds a little funny, but this was one of the first 12 inches I loved. It just sounds wrong out of context, but oh, here's this goes the wookie, yeah, the reverb. Wow, I see. Yeah, that's funny. You to remember, this is when scratching was just getting going. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this might be a Jelly Bean mix. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if the tape I'm playing is a tape that's, see there's writing on here about what songs are on this tape, and I don't think this is the right tape. That's why I named it, I called this edition the I Predict, because when I first took tape out to see if it was good, I saw I Predict by a Sparks song. Yeah, this is off the radio for sure, because I was the DJ. Anyway, I don't know why I'm interluding with it, but it's still a cool early 80s tape, but unless I Predict songs on the other side. But still, I Predict. This is the I Predict edition. I think that was Jed the Fish. See, back in that day, you made fun and did things over the songs. You heard him going, ah! Ah! Old school radio. %. What the hell song is this? Sounds like a spy movie song. Definitely like 81, 82. go do my homework and find this song. I don't even remember recording it. Pretty cool guitar riff. It's fading. Oh, we're adding it. 20%. Well, this is I think it's just Safaris. This is Pipeline, I think. That's my range of music, yeah. I think this is Pipeline. But it's Safaris. Surf song. So I knew it had that guitar. The other song had that guitar sound. Maybe that song was Safaris too. Yeah, I'm going with final answer, Pipeline, Safaris. That's way back. 60s, I think. 60s or, yeah, I think 60s. They were on with the Ventures back then, and the Beach Boys. It's great kickback music. Good for smoking out. Or surfing on a longboard. Okay, where are we going now? Guess I was in surf music mode. It's a cool song. This is drive music. You know, you gotta head on down 100 miles down south to catch some good waves. That's what you listen to on the way. Wow. Where the hell did I get all this from? I have no idea. Radical dude. Shaka bra. It is really cool music though. How would I expect it on this tape? I'll have some of their music eventually. Sorry, again, De La Soul showed up on the slideshow. Oh, Outer Limits. Remember the old TV show, Outer Limits? I think this is their intro song. It sounds slow. Little bit slow. I don't know, it might be this speed. But yeah, Outer Limits. Yeah. I'm not sure if this is. Who does this song? This might be The Ventures. I forgot about Outer Limits. I watched Twilight Zone a lot. Forgot they had their own song. Or is it Twilight? That's Twilight Zone. Hold on. Space, it's science fiction, whatever it is. Made me think of Outer Limits. I'll have to look it up, see if I can watch that. Find some. I'm sure I can somewhere. But yeah, I think this is. They did a lot of that. They did some of the Star Wars music too. So this might be The Ventures. Spaceship landing. Is this all going to be this? I guess this is. This is what this tape has in store. This is like surfing on the range. Oh, it's that time, Corn. It's your Betty Bye time. Surfing on the range, yeah. Surfing on the sand. There's the scooter somebody was talking about earlier. The Who, the Jam. Just right off into the sunset, Corn. It's like the end of a good Western. If I do a Western skit, if I did my fishing show, so I could do, this could be the ending. I could have myself fishing off into the sunset. Too late now, but what could have been. Not only do I had no idea this was on this tape, I'm having a really hard time figuring out where the hell I got it from. I must have borrowed it from somebody. Because it's recorded from an album, not the radio. No, this is like old Western stuff. He said surfing on the range. I think I do remember somebody giving me. In my mind, I'm kind of seeing a picture of a Ventures album. Because I have a lot of Ventures cassettes. I have them for sale on eBay. But I'm kind of remembering somebody saying, "Oh, my dad has an old Ventures album. You want to copy it?" And I went, "Yeah, obviously." Yeah, this is the 60s. That was cool that I'm archiving it. You don't hear this music around that much anymore. I remember the Ventures would have themed albums, and this must be like the old Calcutta, something to do with like Arizona or New Mexico. Like, you know, I like an old Western. Definitely not what is written on this. I thought this was that tape, but this ain't this tape. So maybe this tape will show up in the other 20 or so tapes I have over there. But pleasant surprise. It's something, or the other side might be half of what's written on there. Don't know. But these are reactionary videos. I don't plan anything out. I showed in the beginning of this 3 cases of all my old mixtapes from the 80s, and I pull out ones that I think in my mind I remember when they were from. So I'm trying to do it in chronological order, in a way. And I knew this one was from the earliest, but obviously I recorded over it. And I don't know if it's gonna stay this all the way to the end. Guess so. Like I said, this is early 80s, me getting into high school, discovering my music, discovering my manliness. And yeah, I was into the mod, the ska, the punk. Obviously had my surf music phase. Then as it got in my junior, senior year, I got into like club music and that, and then through my college, I was a very much underground clubber. So the music kind of followed that trend. This stuff early. Although earlier on this, we had one of those tapes. But it's all still discovery of my 80s tapes. Sounds like it might be off the radio. Or maybe not. Well, I always get thrown on these nights. I pop stuff in and I get something totally unexpected. Charging my phone. I do this on my battery life for my phone, and I have an extra battery. And what I found out is I can get about 2.5 hours in total, so I don't know. This isn't adventures, so It's obviously another band, I don't know. Starting to get lower though. Like I said, I think this is the other ones are off an album obviously. This one's sounds like I'm back to recording off the radio. So maybe this is an 80s band that has a surfer style song. Don't know. Maybe YouTube will help me. YouTube does my homework because they have to tell me if it's copyright. So they're always analyzing my show. And then it'll tell me not monetizable, and then it'll tell me all the songs it recognized. And dang it. Who is this? Is it the Cramps? I don't think so. This is definitely off the radio though. I remember the song. I remember waiting for a DJ to play it so I could record it. I don't know the band though. Sounds like it might be a ska band. Ska band instrumental. God, it's like, it's rattling around your brain because it's hitting brain cells that kind of know it. Is this the Untouchables? Specials? No. Targets? It's coming to me now. It's definitely a ska band. Yeah, wow. 40 plus years ago, but it's God. I can't get there. Might be Untouchables. Might be the Targets. I don't think it's Madness. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it speeds up at the end. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube might recognize this one. Yep. Well, I'm glad I figured out it's a ska band. I know I was really happy when I got it. I was celebrating recording that off the radio when this, yeah. God. Yeah, I just. It's a good song though. It's a really good instrumental. Now what's gonna be next? Ah. We all know this song. Well, if you're old enough, you do. Romantics! Huge 80s hit. Their only hit. I tried to find other music by him, but I couldn't find anything. At least that I could play at the club. Oh, this tape, it's got some range on it. Now I'm really wondering what's on the flip side. But I'm probably not gonna play that one till that'll be the start tape next week. We're already at 124. And like I said, I like to keep these things to about between 1.5 and 2 hours on average. And it's good for a music podcast. If you ever go to an 80s night, oh, I got another light, thank you. 4 likes. Yeah, if you have an 80s night, you have to play this. The floor will be packed. Doing the white man dance. Ooh, B-52s. Rock Lobster. Again. If you have an 80s party, you gotta play this one. Ooh, I got 5 now. Again, you'll see a lot of people on the floor doing the white man dance to this. That, what's his name? The one that does funniest home videos? He's known for the white man dance. Great song. Again, technically recorded in 1979. Not not technically an 80s song. Yeah, their first album was 79. The greatest song. Yeah, people ever tell you they don't like 80s music? Put this song on. And they'll dance like mad people and come back and go, wow, I didn't think I liked 80s music, but I love that song. Almost as good as what's their other big hit? Love Shack. Love Shack came like 4 or 5 years later. Another thing I was just thinking of the other day, if you know REM, she sang backup on some of the REM songs, like Happy Shiny People. That's her. From the singer from B-52s, that's her singing backup on Happy Shiny People by REM. That's a rare piece of information. Those are the tidbits that I like to throw out on these nights. Just weird, odd rock facts I know. The song is from Chappie. And I got the whole song on here. Well, my battery's up to 32. People do that, like, swim to this. That song actually came out in the during when disco was the good music, late 70s. But this is considered new wave. Again, when I was DJing, this is what I turned all the lights off, except for the strobe during this part. And then when it came out, then I'd pop all the lights back on. Right here. You get all the white people dancing again. Such good music. 50 years ago. Oh, look at that. I told you. See? Again, almost every one of these tapes. I keep saying it's hard to get the last song to not cut off. And again, The last song cut off. Okay. Well, again, we had some good dance stuff. Then we had some interesting surf music. Then we had There's the Tape. And we will start with the flip side of it next week for the next edition of the 80s tapes. All right. Thanks to, we looked like we had a lot of people in and out, and that's really good. I said I was a fishing channel for like 15 years, and since, if you don't know the story of me, I had stroke, brain surgery, 3 years to feel like I was alive again. I'm back now. The only thing I can really do is play all these cool 80s tapes that I had in storage, and hopefully people enjoy it, and it gives me something to do to make me feel like I'm not just waiting to die. But if you're in this week, come back next week, different tape, same fun music, and